And I just made a little bath salts, put it in a little bag first, and then I found these containers that had 6 for $2 at Big Lots, and just gave these out as little gifts. And that's a useful gift. And the other day, because I was teaching this class, I had seen this online. I wanted to make it. This is lemon sugar scrub. So you can just, for your bathroom and your shower, you want to smell lovely and have nice skin. This is olive oil, sugar, lemon juice, and lemon rind, and some vitamin E oil. Just mixed it up. And these little jars I got at Value Village for 80 cents. They came with the little lids and everything. And just wrapped a ribbon around it with a little spoon, and then put this little tag on it. So that's cute and inexpensive and useful. If you're looking to spend a little bit more money, these little popcorn things. I think this was at the dollar store. There was a set of 2. I think it came in a pack of 2. And then I got the candy at the dollar store. And there is some cute yellow sprinkle paper, which is supposed to look like popcorn, but I didn't put enough in to make it look cute. And then you could go buy movie passes, or you can buy, Redbox. I've never bought a gift certificate from Redbox, but I think maybe you can. I don't know. But for a teenager or a guy, since we don't have much for guys, this is an easy and fun way to give a little gift for those who like movies. Typically what I do when I find something, I buy a lot of it because it's easier to have it there, because I'm always trying to think, okay, this is coming up, I've got a plan for that. So I try to buy in bulk a little bit. At Big Lots, they had these cookbooks on set. They were on sale. They're $5, and these little ones were $2.99. So I just brought several of those and wrapped them up, a little tag on it from my daughter, so she could give them to the teachers at school. Now, don't give it for somebody who doesn't like to cook. That's probably the best gift. But they're nice cookbooks, nice photos, and I think a lot of people appreciate having a nice cookbook. For last year, the end of school, I had seen these carafes at Ross for $1.99. Now I had to go to like 5 or 6 different Ross to find enough. And then I bought some raffia, and the little flowers were on clearance at Hobby Lobby, and that was it. That's as hard as it got. And then handed them out. And the teachers were excited because it was useful. I'm going to use it all summer. Just a nice little gift that's not lotion. Now, for those who sew, I'm a very basic sewer. I have a machine that but I don't do sleeves, I don't do zippers, I don't do anything fancy. But I made some little skirts for my daughter, and I thought, well, these would be cute little gifts. You could put a little tank top, or you could put a little t-shirt with them and wrap them up for any little girls', birthday parties. So they're for sale after the meeting. But that's kind of a fun personal gift to give, if you have granddaughters or any little girls in your life. And some of the other things I found recently, these are what I'm going to give for the teachers this year. They're little insulated lunch bags. And they were $5, but I had a 20% off coupon for your entire purchase at Big Lots. And how cute are those? For $4, it's a nice gift. And then I had also found these, and so now I can't decide what I'm going to give. But these are, like a little craft tote. These were on 50% off at Hobby Lobby. Now, if you don't have 35 teachers to buy for, you can fill them a little bit with, you can go to the dollar store and get some scissors or some glue or whatever you want it to put in there. Not that they would know this means, organize every little thing in a little tag I put on there. But hey, that's an introduction to it. And then just the other day, I was at Ross, and they had this beach mat. It looks a little bit nicer when but it folds out pretty good size, and this was $2.99. You just put a little tag, have a beachy summer, and you could pack that on your trip and enjoy the beach without being too messy. And I thought that was a really great idea. Now, if you want to go a little bit higher end, I saw one of these on one of the blogs I see. It's a little teacher emergency kit. Now, I'm not a scrapbooker, and I probably did this wrong because I read afterward. I like Mod Podge this song, which is fine, but they had a cute bird, and they used glue dots. I don't have glue dots. So I bought this bead organizer. It was like $1.47, and then you can fill it with teacher stuff. I don't know if you can see. There's paper clips and magnets and chocolate, which is necessary, thumbtacks, staples, Aspirin. Oh, that's a good idea. Anyway, you could fill that up. And when I asked the girl, I emailed her and I said, well, how much did that cost? She had it like all color coordinated, you know, cute tones. She's like, it was like $25 a month. Anyway. But most of the stuff was just the dollar store. But, you know, it still adds up. But if you only had 2 teachers, this would be something fun to give. And they have like a ribbon under the paper, which I really didn't use. Just the gist. If anyone has any comments or questions, please just raise your hand. I gave these to a friend recently. I found these online. They were jars. These are just little vases that I found for 60 cents. With my vinyl cutting machine, I cut out these little silverware. And so if you're having a little dinner party or the youth are coming over for whatever, you can store your plasticware or your regular silverware in these little jars to, you know, not that they couldn't figure out what the silverware was, but it's kind of fun. And then since I had the middle piece left over, I just made some smaller ones out of some jars that I had. Oh, wow. These weren't free because I had to buy these. Artichokes, they were good. With all the free printables, you know, this was free. My friend in Utah had this little idea. It says, you've been ding-dong ditched. So you buy a box of ding-dongs, print this out. You could have a family home evening and go visit 3 families in the ward or neighbors. And that's kind of a fun idea to give as a gift. She also had one where you could buy a pack of the Otter Pops, you know, and say a little note that says, you know, have a keep cool this summer. And that's kind of a fun idea to give, you know, your friends and neighbors. That would be inexpensive. Are you using this, Cindy?
No.
I feel good about myself now. This was another free printable, you know, things to do. I find myself writing lists on a piece of paper that I put in my purse, and then I don't see it for the rest of the week. But you can just use dry erase marker, and you just write your list of things to do, like use your things to do list, Cindy. And you could just mark
a visiting teacher, so I did all these fun things.
So this is kind of, you know, it does have a stand on this one. I just put it on my counter, and then I can write down the things that I need to do that week and feel good about accomplishing something. At least I've written it down.
No, I don't have some of the stuff.
The frame was $3, and like I said, you could probably find that somewhere cheaper. You know, the dollar store, they typically don't have those kinds of things. I'm not super sturdy. So there's a lot of free stuff online that you can just print off, which is really nice. I saw this one online too. This is called Game Night in a Bag, and this would be good for Christmas for your neighbors. You know, if you have 12 neighbors that you're buying for. And I had the bag at home, and then I just printed off the game, which I have never played or heard of. 10,000, has anyone heard of it? Oh, yeah. It's a dice game. So I printed these off, and I laminated them. And then the dice, you get 10 of them, 10 at the dollar store. And then just a pack of chocolate, and then here's a recipe for microwave caramel popcorn. So it's just a little game kit, and you can put it in a little Christmas bag if you're doing it for the holidays. My neighbors don't do anything, they don't even acknowledge anyone's existence, so I don't know how they would feel about me. But it's kind of a fun idea for your neighbor. Yes.
What did you use for the bag?
This was just a bag I happen to have.
Oh, okay.
And you can put it in a cute bag, and then you can put the cute bag in a little Christmas bag, you know, if you want, or you can just leave it like that. So that's simple and easy, and again, it was online, so that made it really convenient. For many years now, I decided one year I'm going to make calendars for my husband's family, because they have a lot of nice stuff, and I never know what to buy them, so I just followed my aunt. What she did, she took, this is a dollar store calendar, but you buy star stickers and heart stickers, and you just put the birthdays. And how great is that? Because you're never going to forget. And so they loved them. And so I did them for some friends this past Christmas. And I'll tell you, Facebook is like magic. I contacted strangers all across the country getting information. And this is a really personal and really easy and cheap gift to give. It takes some time to put them together. But it's a really nice gift to give. Any questions? Any more questions? Anyone anyone else, any great ideas that you've been working on lately you'd like to share?
I don't have any ideas.
Yes.
So you seem to have this like always on the hunt for a gift mindset. Is that how you would
Yes.
describe yourself? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, with the amount of people that like I said, I don't know if it's guilt, but you know, if the piano teacher, she sees my daughter every week, you know, I feel like I need to recognize her and acknowledge her. Every week? Yeah. So, you know, and then my son's school, you know, there's only 11 kids in his school, but, you know, the occupational therapist sees him every week, and the guy who takes them hiking every week, you know, I need to make sure that they're remembered. So that's why it adds up for me to do all this, but, you know, you don't have to do that many, obviously, but I need to be inexpensive. I don't want to be considered cheap, but you want it to be nice but inexpensive.
How many kids do you have? I'm just
I
wondering
just
if you
have
have time
two.
to do this. I was like, time!
No, I don't have 4 or 5, 6 kids.
No, this doesn't take long. It's the shopping I think that would take the longest.
Well, if you're already out and about and you see something like I would just happen to be at Big Lots and I saw those, so I bought like 20 of them. Because there's, you know, and I'm done.
Does your husband tell you, why are you bringing home so many of these?
No, I just hide stuff. Actually, just disappeared out of there.
I had one of my parents, I babysit, so I had one of my parents give me a really cute gift. It was just a little flower pot about that big with flowers on it. And she filled it full of fries, and then she took just the regular cheap big ink pens and she wrapped it in green floral tape and then cut off flower and put it at the top. So it looks like it's 4 pens with 4 flowers, and it looks like a flower pot that sits on the desk, and there's my pens whenever I need it. And it was really nice, and really cute, and really inexpensive.
Yeah, we did that in primary a couple of years ago for the mothers.
There's
There's so many ideas out there. It's just a matter of, you know, and I'm not creative. I use the internet to help me with my ideas.
I have to say, with that y'all did that in the primary, if anybody's in the primary, that is a great thing to do, because if you have more than one kid in the primary and each child does a pen and brings it home, you get, me personally, you know, 4 or 5 pens, because they each brought one home. So I thought that was the cutest idea,
Yeah, that's a really fun idea.
to make a little bouquet. Yeah.
Anyone else have any thoughts or questions or ideas?
We also did, on primary this year, they did these, little glass balls that, I'm sure they probably got at the dollar store, these little Christmas balls that were clear. And they just took, the icing stuff, you know, that stuff you used to throw on the trees all the time. Icicles, yeah. And stuffed it down in there, and then they had taken their pictures on, that transparent kind of paper.
Vellum. Vellum.
Yeah, and cut it out and then stuffed it down in there, and then it made an ornament for the tree. So all the ones that had like 6 kids, they had 6 new ornaments for their tree with their little kids' pictures in it. It was really cute.
And I think it's, you know, for school, you obviously have, you know, Christmas time if you do that. And it doesn't, you know, even if it's a plate of goodies, you know, I think the teachers being appreciated. It's just, you know, you don't want to give them something that they're going to have to take home. Oh, what am I going to do with this? Or anybody for that matter, anyone you give a gift to. You know, you want to make sure it's personal and thought out and useful. I think, is there anything else? Like I said, if you find something you like, but you don't, you know, like you can just spray paint things. Like recently I bought an old picture frame. It was just the frame, it had nothing in it. And so I spray painted it like a turquoise color, and I draped a wire in the back around some nails or whatever was there. And I just hang a picture from, you can hang little pictures from the wire. And there's so many things that you can buy and just change to suit what you're doing, which is nice. You're saving money, but you're still, you know, either decorating or giving gifts or things like that. Anyone else have questions? That class was rowdy.
We're just
if you're tired.
You made a handout, right? That we can email.
I will be, I'll list some tips and then some blogs that I usually visit. And then I'll think I'll have a picture, if you want a picture, and then just email Sharon if you want copies of everything you've learned.
How soon can we ask for these from Sharon?